Hello, welcome back to FRAG-MENTAL. It's winter, baby. It's cold outside, so maybe you're looking for a beast mode fragrance. Well, I have got 6 awesome Beastie Boys to tell you about today. At this time of year, when it's cold outside, I know it's not cold everywhere in the world, but it's cold in a lot of places. So if you are in a place that is cold, then this video applies to you. If you're not in a place that is cold, then hell, maybe you still like beast mode anyway. So don't turn the video off. So when it's cold, sometimes that coldness can pummel our fragrances into submission, but these are fragrances that are gonna pummel the winter into submission. These fragrances will obliterate the cold winter air. A brand that has a great track record with strong beast mode fragrances that obliterate not only the cold winter air, but anyone else's fragrance that is around you. This one definitely does that. From Amouage, it's King Blue. Bit of blue for dads. This one is fresh and blue, but with a healthy dose of oud to really boost its firepower. The beastliness is further boosted by leather and frankincense, but what really makes this engage beast mode is the very animalic oud that's in here. It's kind of just on the edge of being a little bit too fecal, animalic, funky, but it never quite tips over into that territory. It just walks that line, but only in the very opening. After a few minutes, that funky oud settles down and it becomes this very well blended fragrance. It's such an intriguing balance of dark and light because you've got the blue character, you know, you've got that slight shower jelly vibe that you would associate with blue fragrances like Bleu de Chanel, that type of thing. But then you've got the darkness, you've got the animalic side, and these two things shouldn't work together, but they've been thrown together. Not thrown, that is doing it a massive injustice. They've been expertly put together in this fragrance to just work. They blend, they cross over somehow, and it all smooths together. And I don't think this is listed at all. I don't think it's one of the notes, but there's like a dark, spicy, licoricey type of smell to the scent. So you've got all this darkness, you've got some blue, you've got some shower gel. You could wear this fragrance any time of year because it's got enough heft and firepower to work in the winter, but you're also going to be able to wear this in the summer as well because of the blue nature, and a lot of people love to wear oud in the heat. Look at all those people in the desert. They're only wearing oud and it's hot there, really hot. And Amouage, no, because they live in the desert. Huge, huge fragrance. This is awesome to wear in the winter because it is so strong. Definitely a beast mode scent from Amouage. King Blue, king of beasts. Let's go with designer now, and a great designer line for winter is the Stronger With You line because a lot of them have this chestnut accord and they're quite dark, but they're still very mass appealing. I recently, for the first time, smelt Stronger With You Tobacco in Harrods, which I loved. I didn't pick it up, so I haven't got that yet. So the one I'm going with in this video for a winter beast mode designer fragrance is Stronger With You Intensely. This is one of those rare intense fragrances that actually is quite intense. It's strong, it's spicy and sweet with notes of toffee, leather and vanilla. Also great is Stronger With You Absolutely, but I find that the rum in that, whilst smells amazing and rounds out the fragrance, and whilst Absolutely is pretty strong, I think this one is a bit punchier. I think it projects just a little bit more and it is a bit stronger. When it comes to a strong winter fragrance, this is pretty versatile as well. You could easily wear this wrapped up warm on a cold winter's day, or if you're snuggling up by a fire on a winter's evening, or even if you go into a bar or a club for a night out, then this one is going to work in all those winter situations. The toffee note is beautiful here, very sweet. This sweetness really works in that cold winter air. If you want a very stylish, mass appealing scent that cuts through that cold winter air with style, Stronger With You Intensely is a great shout. Argos, make 'em strong and rich. You won't find this in any catalogues though. Joke for all the UK people who love to make Argos jokes in the comments below. I thought I'd beat you to it for once. Trolling you. From Argos Fragrances, this is Triumph of Bacchus Extrait. Full of voluptuous fruit and white florals with firepower provided by tobacco, rum and amber. The original Triumph of Bacchus is a very popular fragrance. It's our best seller from Argos on my website, Lux Parfum, which you can also buy this one from. The original is beast mode, I would say. This extrait is beast beast mode. Despite this being very strong, it isn't too dark, it's really nicely rounded, very mass appealing, quite versatile because you could wear this in the day or in the night, which is good because when you spray it on, it's going to last several days and nights. Triumph of Bacchus Extrait, a huge, muscular beast mode of a fragrance. This next one is one of the most wanted fragrances from Azzaro. It's the most wanted. It's a spicy, sweet, ambery scent. A gourmand toffee note is powering the engine here. This is a big, bold, sweet, very full, very powerful scent. The spices in here stop the sweetness from becoming too cloying, though it is balanced just right. Very mass appealing in a designer fragrance kind of way, but it elevates itself a little bit more than just being a generic designer fragrance smell. But because it is so mass appealing, lots of people are going to really enjoy this. And you know what that means? Compliment magnet. If you want the most compliments, then the most wanted might be for you. If that's your thing, you might want to check this out. This is a very strong fragrance beast. Next, I want to bring to your attention a fragrance from a brand I discovered at Essence in Milan. I don't think you'll have heard anything about this brand because it hasn't come over into the UK or the USA yet, but they will very soon. From a brand called Elixir Perfumery, this is Oud in Leather. I mean, a fragrance called that can only really be a strong fragrance, but this is a lovely, smooth, clean oud blended with a slightly fruity accord, leather and resins. I checked out the booth in Milan and, not having heard of this brand, was intrigued to smell a few of the fragrances, and every one I picked up I really enjoyed. They've got a great line, which is why I wanted to get them on my website, Luxe Parfum. Soon they will be available for you to buy if you are based in the UK. We don't ship to the USA, unfortunately, but I really believe in this brand. I think it's fantastic. I would like to recommend it to you and make it available to you, so keep an eye on my website. Hopefully in the next 2 to 3 weeks we'll have their fragrances stocked on there. This is one of the best and one of the strongest oud in leather. Very wearable, very expensive smelling, projects fantastically, lasts a long time. This is such a lovely fragrance, very strong, but definitely not obnoxious. Elixir Perfumery, keep an eye out for it. Ending with a designer fragrance, which is one of the strongest fragrances that I've tried in the last few years. Nothing really can come out and beat this. From Dior, Sauvage Elixir. This is the elixir that started off the current trend for labeling fragrances elixirs. A little bit of the Sauvage DNA in there, but this is boosted lavender, lots of dark, rich spices, really strong stuff. What I love about Sauvage Elixir is that it's not just that Sauvage-y type of smell. There's a little bit kicking around in the background, but this has a very masculine, classic, sophisticated type of smell. I think it's maybe the lavender that's doing that, but it makes me think of a slightly kind of old school lavender-based cologne. So it's got a bit of that, it's got a bit of the modern Sauvage, but then it's got all these dark spices. So it's got that lovely classy, classic feel. It's got a little bit of the modern Sauvage DNA in there as well, but it's got all these dark spices which really bolster the scent with a lot of heft, a lot of density, a lot of power. This is a fragrance you can't overspray because it is so punchy and spicy. If you overspray it, it could get a little bit obnoxious. It's that strong, so please do not overspray Sauvage Elixir. I have smelt it oversprayed. I've oversprayed it on myself, and I've been a little bit self-conscious that I'm smelling too strong. So this is a huge beast mode fragrance. The original EDT was beast mode. This even more so. Dior did a great job. Sauvage Elixir is one of the best beast mode fragrances you can buy. If you're not into beast mode fragrances, then just spray less. If you are into beast mode, spray normal. Don't spray too much. Spray normal because you're going to be too beastly. And you can be too beastly, you know. Beast mode is okay, we can do beast mode, but obnoxious beast mode, not so much. But it's a beast, very strong, don't overspray. Should actually come with a little warning on the back about not overspraying, because you might get punched. There we go, little selection of very strong, what I consider to be beast mode fragrances. I know that we don't want to bludgeon people with a scent that is too strong, but I think a beast mode scent done well is a very strong scent. It's a scent that definitely lasts and performs and gets noticed, but the best ones are those that aren't too much, that aren't too obnoxious. And I think the ones I've chosen in this video are really nicely done, very strong, very beast mode fragrances that hopefully aren't going to annoy the people around you. Let me know what your favourite beast mode fragrances are. Drop those down in the comments. If you like this video, if you found it useful, you know what to do. Give it a little like, it really helps. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you do all that, you'll see me in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.